April 17th, 2026 is a structural realignment of cosmic destiny. It marks a moment where celestial bodies shift out of their standard paths and lock into a rare configuration. This reset is driven by the new moon moving through the Aries constellation. Because Aries is the sign of the initial spark, this placement creates a kinetic, fiery energy that forces a psychological purge of old habits. Look at this intersection between the moon, Aries, and the planetoid known as Chiron. Chiron represents the wounded healer. Its exact orbital position on this date converts past psychological trauma into a specific type of active courage. This three-part celestial alignment mandates a systematic upgrade for every zodiac sign, specifically upgrading the structures of health, the foundations of material wealth, and the bonds of interpersonal relationships. Aries leads this shift by channeling a sudden surge of physical vitality into their career. They are tasked with using their previous relationship insecurities as the very evidence of their strength, turning vulnerability into a leadership tool. Taurus secures their future material wealth by prioritizing total subconscious retreat. For this sign, stopping physical movement is the literal prerequisite for clearing the mental blocks that prevent financial growth. Gemini activates through the community. By applying sharp analytical clarity to their social circles, they trigger specific professional networking opportunities and build bonds that align with their deeper goals. These first three archetypes establish the necessary sequence for this cycle: the initial action from Aries, the internal grounding of Taurus, and the external communication from Gemini. The next group focuses on external reality. Cancer reaches the peak of their professional arc this April. They are required to leave their emotional shells behind to establish a social and career legacy that lasts. Leo must break through their current intellectual and geographic boundaries. By actively expanding their philosophical horizons, they create the internal space needed to attract mature, authentic relationships. This model represents shared energy reserves, where Virgo is undergoing a phoenix-like transformation. Virgo uses clinical precision to protect their resources, severing draining financial and emotional partnerships to feed their own central core. For Cancer, Leo, and Virgo, spiritual growth is a physical process. It requires the restructuring of their societal architecture and the way they distribute their energy. Libra faces a challenge in the domain of partnerships. To secure their financial and emotional contracts, they must establish strict personal boundaries, overriding their default tendency to prioritize the needs of others. Scorpio finds spiritual liberation through repetitive, disciplined physical action. Their growth comes from a total overhaul of their daily work and health routines, turning mundane tasks into a form of moving meditation. Sagittarius experiences an influx of creative and romantic energy. They use inner child joy as a functional mechanism to heal the remaining fragments of past heartbreak. These three signs prove that high-level enlightenment is anchored in how we manage our smallest daily routines and how we mirror ourselves in our interactions with others. In this structural hierarchy, the pyramid is flipped upside down to show Capricorn's mandatory retreat. Their external career ambitions depend entirely on repairing family bonds and establishing a private sanctuary at the base. Aquarius functions as the neural network for these collective concepts. To safely share this high volume of information, they must regulate their nervous system through consistent meditation. Pisces activates in the domain of self-worth. They are required to practice active entitlement, demanding fair compensation for their spiritual gifts to translate their internal value into material abundance. These final signs complete the astrological circuit by securing the foundation, communicating the new reality, and harvesting the physical rewards of the entire cycle. April 17th proves that deep psychological wounds provide the fuel source required for the next cycle. These fractures contain the energy needed for your transformation. While the universe provides this energetic blueprint, physical human action is the only mechanism that locks destiny into place. To get your specific cosmic blueprint, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and visit our website for the full breakdown. Fate is an active partnership between celestial timing and individual courage, requiring conscious participation to reach its full potential.